Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. Today, we are going to be continuing on with Beguiled Eden's Armageddon Volume 1. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and share down below, and there's a donation link in the description box for my ministry. We are on video number 66, I think. If not, we're on 67. I apologize if I forgot. No, 1 second here. I'm sorry. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so we are on Satan's pure dragon lineage creates a brotherhood. As far back as history can be traced to the first dragon kings whose name meant outside the will of God, then on to the ancient Egyptian or Mitzrite imperial and royal court of the dragon, these serpent kings ruling Earth's kingdoms were actively against Yahushua as being their creator, Yahuah. They all were serpent lineage who worshipped Satan, the king dragon, as their father and God of forces. Members of this initial dragon brotherhood spread its tentacles by creating orders of men to brainwash into doing their dirty work, which has progressed unabated through history to include the secret orders of Essene, Rex Deus, Ordo Draconis, Order of Jesuits, Rosicrucians, Freemasons, Knights Templar, Knights Hospitaller, Priori of Sion, Illuminati, Order of the Garter, Order of St. John of Jerusalem, Military Order of Malta, Knights of Columbus, Order of the Ancient Shrine, etc. Since Noah's great flood, a hierarchy committed to the dragon carries genes from Satan's ancient dragon race stemming from Cain's lineage, from when Kua, or Eve, slept with a serpent and Adam, and she had 2 sons, Cain and Abel. Oh, okay. Bella, don't listen to books, please. Books aren't for eating. Okay. So, I just added a little extra history there. And I forgot to add, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is why they have always sought to elevate and enlighten initiates into their black arts of sacred sciences that Cain's lineage originally possessed. Over centuries, members of these orders have continued to lurk behind the scenes during paradigm shifts involving religious liberty, scientific advancement, and political freedoms. Of course, it is only the top echelon of these organizations who totally understand truth concerning their orders, ancient traditions, and future directives. Within the bonds of blood oaths yoking these elite brotherhood is a philosophy regarding man's spiritual life and a diagram of planned processes offering regeneration. Its whole intent is to transform human flesh into a God man. This will ensure their king dragon, Satan, lives and reigns on earth. Creation of a God man has thrived throughout history. Now our generation has succeeded with cloning that God man, who will be heralded as the returned king. Unfortunately, rebirthing an image of Yahushua, or Jesus, that's who he's going to come in the name of, for Satan to appear God-like in will, be just as destructive in today's world as it was when Cain was born, because his mixed birth eventually set the stage for Yahuah's great flood. Satan's final battle in Armageddon will be fought between the real Yahushua and his regenerated twin, which will be in the name of Jesus, instead of an ugly serpent. That is why Satan, standing in the flesh of Yahushua, is such an abomination as it will appear. Yahusha is fighting himself. It'll look like twins fighting, and you won't be able to tell the difference because they'll look the same. Satan's strategic plan using the Brotherhood's desires to also become God-like is the perfect weapon. The God man clone will magnify their belief they too can be regenerated and live forever. Such promise of regeneration has been highly classified information within upper echelon initiates for centuries. Those at the top levels know they will soon worship a clone beast as their ultimate master. They also know his regeneration and transformation has been possible through Satan's hidden sciences of alchemy. Those outside the Brotherhood are considered profane persons. This includes an initiate's wife, children, parents, and all those who are handicapped. The word profane comes from the Latin word profanus, which means before or outside the temple. Not kodesh, not holy, not clean, unworthy, and a thing to be avoided, for it will contaminate the clean ones. If not an initiate, this is how you are perceived by those who are. No one has power to become a member of the Brotherhood. They have to be invited by the total group. Women, unless of dragon lineage, which gives them divine right to rule, are never allowed as members. Satan and his fallen angels established blood connections by mixing with humanity, so they would always have a home within the Brotherhood throughout all history. For example, House of the Temple, located on Northwest 16th Street in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., is a sacred Masonic building. Within this temple, top degrees are awarded to initiates who are actively seeking Satan's promised mystery mountaintop experience. At the building's entrance are two sphinx-like lions, donning women's heads. A cobra and Egyptian ankh are engraved on one, while an image of a woman is on the breast of the other. There is also an Egyptian sun god placed with the sun and 6 large snakes on its back. Inside are several rooms, including the famous theater's ceiling with stars that twinkle. Walls are decorated with very long and large serpents. It is obvious this temple housing such huge serpents and Egyptian-like statues has been built to honor the King of Dragons. Only Satan and his followers would enjoy gazing at such huge images of evil housed inside this mausoleum-like building. Satan's lineage controlling the Brotherhood's membership does not base their rights on the scriptures, but on Kabbalah, a medieval book of magic and mysticism. Their whole intent is to force men to search after Luciferian light, a doctrine of alchemy. Yahusha's name is intentionally removed during rituals if scriptures are mentioned. The Masonic Bible, or scriptures, is deemed merely one of several respected holy books of man, no different from the Quran, Hindu, Chinese, or Greek philosophers' books. Those making their way into the highest echelon of the Brotherhood learn their great architect of the universe is a force of nature. They are told Satan, who they refer to as Lucifer, is the light bearer who represents good, and that he is the instrument behind mankind's free will out of ignorant darkness. Yes. You're welcome. These men think belief in Satan's Luciferian principles will allow them to become his sons of light. They further perceive Christians as blind, profane, maybe, and lost in darkness, thus the sons of darkness. What the Brotherhood's members do not fully grasp is their doctrine has been deceptively flip-flopped by Satan, and that they are his sons of darkness with a yoke around their necks, based entirely on Isis and Osiris legends from Babylonian or Egyptian virgin cult mysteries. These legends originated from an early story taught to Sumerians by sages coming out of the sea. These teachers of hidden wisdom were half man and half fish or reptile who claimed they survived the Great Flood. Many archaeological discoveries show them having serpentine or serpentine features, as well as being half human flesh and half scaled. These elite sages were thoroughbred members of Ham's lineage with dominant dragon genes originating in the human pool of DNA through Satan's son, Cain. Scripturally speaking, Yahuah, it says here, had no enthusiasm for Ham's lineage of Babylonian or Egyptian dragon kings, and even told Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my people go. So Yahuah had no enthusiasm for Ham's lineage. Okay. Moses and the Israelites, or Yasharites, left Egypt following a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Exodus 13:21. So the Adonai Yahuah of Hebrews or Christians and the God of secret societies are not the same one God, or Elohim. The Brotherhood, therefore, cannot be in a relationship with the true Creator Yahuah of the Kodesh Scriptures. Instead, their doctrine is a deadly deception based on Satan's dragon right to rule bloodline. In an effort to hide their connection to the dragon, the Brotherhood deceives people through charitable good works worldwide, just like they do in fraternities and sororities. But in the fraternities, they're getting them ready to get into one of these satanic things like the Rosicrucians, the Freemasons, the Knights Templar, or Illuminati, and so on and so forth. That's what the fraternities are for. But they do all these good deeds to make them look good. All right. They are nothing more than wolves in sheep's clothing. Top dragon masters know they are playing this deceptive game and using low-ranking members who have no idea what the ultimate agenda really is to solicit money, claiming it all goes to charitable works when it does not. Much of this money goes underground to be used in the most destructive manners as possible. Each day, these masters, using such great wealth, push their agenda patiently towards a new world order, where Satan will soon impose evil upon our world as the anti-Messiah. Their so-called great charitable works of polishing and improving all areas of society are ongoing, so commoners stay blind to the fact that these royal serpents are promoting and worshiping Satan. Dragon masters are in place to ensure our world will be totally brainwashed into believing a Messiah has arrived when Satan walks forward as a regenerated clone of Messiah. These men are masters, all right, masters of deception. Most Masonic Order members do not even know about their beloved Scottish Rite Blue Masonry level. There also is a Grand Orient Lodge and Palladian Rite, only accessible to hand-selected members of certain lineages. These higher orders run lesser orders and worship Lucifer as not only Prince of our world, but as Yahuah, or God it says here. They have been given an initiation into truth concerning the full secret that all secret orders originated through thoroughbred serpents of Cain's lineage. Therefore, no secret order is worshiping the real creator God of the scriptures. Black arts were secrets given to these men in order to manipulate earth so Satan reigns all its kingdoms. This may come as a shock for lower level Masons who have been beguiled to believe Hiram Abyss was their long-lost master. Unfortunately, their true master, who they swore blood oaths to by kneeling on an altar with a noose tied around their neck, is the old serpent, the devil in disguise. Yahuah never puts a noose around the neck of his sheep, because unlike Satan, Yahuah is a good shepherd. He uses a shepherd's hook to bring his sheep in line, and not a noose to kill them. As Christians or Nazarene, we must be aware Satan will come as a wolf disguised in sheep's clothing. We need to also know we do not have to join Satan's orders of various brotherhoods to gain wisdom by climbing up by a different door outside of Yahuwah's will. John 10:1 warns, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. The scripture also says in Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Adonai is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Wisdom offered by Yahuwah through his son Yahusha is free to all who seek. Our Creator loves everyone and does not require we participate in secret memberships or initiations to be accepted into his fold. Yahusha never excluded women, poor people, handicapped, or different races from Yahuwah's love. He unconditionally has always welcomed all who will believe on him, with his promises they will have eternal life in the Shamayim, or heaven. Alchemy has become a major key of Satan's brotherhood to change people's view of Yahuwah and the reason for our existence in the physical realm. In years past, alchemy generated a form of psychic transition in the philosophy and manipulation of worldly elements. It was his hidden science that brought about the age of enlightenment, Renaissance, and Industrial Revolution. Now it is set to change the world by fueling biotechnology. Next time we will be reading Power to Change the World. I'm sorry, that one was a very long one. I was going to make a few more videos today, but I think I'm just going to cut it short for today, and I'm going to possibly make a short video later, because I've been asked a few times why none of the Nazarene have not discussed the Miami Mall incident, where these 7 to 10 foot tall beings came down, and they somehow appeared out of nowhere on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day in the Miami Mall. I have to try to find some information on this topic so that I can discuss it on here, and I have to see if I can find an eyewitness that will maybe do an interview with me on here, and I will let you guys know if I can get that set up. I love you all with an everlasting love, as our Abba Yahuwah and the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. Bella Beanie loves you all too. Ready, Beanie? Kisses? Slow kisses? We love you all. Shalom, shalom. All right, until next time.